little bit dramatic when it comes to exam results. And when I got my GCSE results, I just took the brown envelope, kind of ran away to like a little corner, opened it up, took out my results, had a little look and was like, yep, okay, whoop, this is good. Ran back to my friends, and then I could share the news. Hey everyone, how's it going? So it is that delightful time of the year again where students all across the UK are getting their GCSE results back. And this can either mean two things. Either it's actually a delightful time of the year, or people are generally a little bit bummed out if they didn't quite get what they were expecting. And since that's the case, I kind of just wanted to make this video and share my experiences and also share my results. And you know, I am a master's student now, so I've done my GCSEs, I've done my A-levels, I've done my degree, and I'm at the end of my master's, so I've been through the whole lot. And as well as sharing my results with anybody who's curious, I also just wanted to talk a little bit about what it means to get your GCSE results. And you know, if you got great results, that's amazing, and I'm so happy for you. But if you're not quite so happy with it, then you know, it's not the end of the world. And I just want to tell you a few stories about some of my friends and experiences I've had personally where, you know, results weren't always met, but then those people still went on to do the things they wanted anyway. And actually, last year I made a video talking about my A-level results as well, so I guess if you're curious about that, you can go watch it, and maybe in the future I'll make one about my university as well. Anyway, I guess to get started with my actual results, and I'm just going to tell you what they are because I've got them written on my laptop here in case I forget. So basically my school made us take a set of mandatory subjects, and then we also got to choose them. So here are a list of the mandatory subjects and what I actually got in them. So maths A star, English language A, English literature A star, science A star, additional science A star, religious education A star, and French B. Gosh, I remember working so hard for those, and French was my only B. And you know what? I'm happy with that. I can just hear the voices of my friends echoing in the background like, you're a nerd, you're a nerd. Yeah, I got that a lot. Anyway, the more fun subjects were the ones that we actually got to choose, and these are the things I chose. I chose art and design, business studies, geography, and also we had to pick an IT, so I picked applied ICT, which is 2 GCSEs. And in those, in art I got A star, in geography I got A, business studies A star, and in applied ICT 2 A's. All of that's given me a total of 7 A stars, 4 A's, and 1 B. Now guys, I genuinely did work really hard for these, unlike some of my friends I know, and you know, I'm sure you have those friends too, you know, the really annoying ones who never do any work and then they just come out with amazing grades because they're just super geniuses somehow. Yeah, those friends. I'm not one of those people. I wish I was one of those people. Sadly, I'm not. But anyway, those are my GCSE results, and at the time I was absolutely over the moon with them. But like I said, my purpose of making this video isn't necessarily to be like, oh, this is what I got. The whole point of this was to kind of chat to you a little bit about how GCSEs don't define you. And I know it sounds a bit stupid and cliche, but I have seen videos on here of, you know, young people like actually crying on camera because they're so upset about not meeting these expectations. And honestly, I'm not going to take anything away from how you feel about your results. You may be feeling unbelievably happy, and that's great, and you might be unbelievably frustrated, and that's also okay. But I think what I'm trying to get at is try not to take things too seriously. Even if you are completely happy with your grades, I think it's good to just remember that there are lots of bigger things in life, and you know, for example, you woke up this morning, I assume, or I hope that you woke up in good health and that you've got your friends and family and all of that around you. And also, all of the mushy feelings aside, because that's apparently what I do well, talking on more of a practical aspect of things, you know, I don't think a lot of universities pay that high of attention to your GCSE grades. I know for sure that some do. Certainly there are some that, for example, you need to have at least a B or A in English language or maths to be able to go and do certain courses. But honestly, I think that's quite rare, so I wouldn't get too bogged down about it. And I did say I was going to share some personal stories with you at the beginning of this video. So let's start with a few of my friends. So I had a bunch of friends who, again, didn't necessarily get the best GCSE results. But you know what, nonetheless, they still managed to get into sixth form and go on and do their A-levels. And I think the ones that didn't happened to just go to college. And again, they got the same qualifications and then they were able to go to university and study the degree of their choice. And I feel like those are quite general stories, but I will tell you a story that even to this day really sticks with me. So I think I was 17 at the time, and this was when I wanted to do medicine, you know, way back. I know I changed my mind when I did biomed, but this was when I wanted to do medicine the first time. And as part of this like medical society that I put together with people in my school, we got the opportunity to go to a different school because there were some doctors there giving talks to different students. And I will always remember this pediatric doctor, was she, or pediatric surgeon? I'm not sure. She worked with children. And she was telling us her story, and she was saying that when she had done her GCSEs, her results were so bad that the school wouldn't let her go and take like science for her A-levels. And obviously to do medicine you need, you know, quite a few science degrees, courses. And she was telling us that she had to speak to her parents, and her parents and her literally went to the school and like begged the head of the school to let her take these A-levels. But obviously the school was saying, well, you know what, she's not academically performing, we don't think she can cope with this, you know, she wants to do medicine, she'll never be able to go and do medicine, like her GCSEs aren't good enough, she won't be able to handle the A-levels, and all of this kind of discouragement that, you know, sometimes people give with or without realizing. Anyway, after a while of bargaining, I think the school eventually came around to it and they were like, fine, we'll give her a trial, see how she does, and if she doesn't perform, then we're going to take her off. And what she said was that because she wanted to do medicine so badly, she spent so much time and so much hard work just putting her whole heart and soul and blood and sweat and tears and everything, and she managed to come out with absolutely impeccable grades and she got into medicine. And I think that story really stuck with me, not because of medicine, not because of her GCSEs or A-levels or whatever, but it really stuck with me because it shows to me that although you might be at a disadvantage at some point, if you are tenacious enough and brave enough to go after the thing you want, honestly, almost nothing is impossible, you know? And another thing that stuck out to me a lot about that story was the fact that she was having people constantly telling her, you can't do this, you can't do this. And sometimes when you get told something often enough, you start to believe it. But not her, she didn't. After all of this time of people telling her, you're not a good student, you know, you're not going to do well, she didn't listen. She just went in, did her own thing because she knew that's what she wanted to do. And honestly, this is something that I think about now and again when I have challenges like this in my life where I don't perform as well as I wanted to. I just think with enough tenacity, you can get to your bigger goals, even though the smaller things might seem like the bigger things at the beginning. Does that make sense? I think what I'm trying to say is that your GCSEs are a means to an end. And by all means, celebrate if you got amazing results. And by all means, you know, sulk a little bit if you didn't get good results, but then come on, bounce back. Because I'm sure that your goal in life wasn't to get amazing GCSEs. Your goal was probably to get the GCSEs you need to help propel you to the next step. So yes, I don't know what this video was. I hope it was a bit of a feel-good pick-me-up or celebrate well done video. But overall, to all of you beautiful people who've just got your GCSE results, I honestly hope you are happy with them, whatever they may be. And you know what? Go out, take a nice walk, get a nice cold drink, enjoy your summer, and I wish you the best of luck, whatever's going to come your way next. Alright then, my lovelies, have a nice day, take care, and I'll see you later.